Ruben Nepales for Rappler with Joanna or Joe Ampil. Hi, Joe. Congratulations on being the first to play the female engineer in Miss
Thank,
Saigon. How
thank
did the
you.
idea come about?
Well, it was presented to me via email. Um, they said we'd like to see Joanna. This came from Sheffield Theaters. They said they wanted to see me for a big show, and they'd like to discuss it with me. So the meeting happened, and I met up with Anthony Lau, who's the associate artistic director of Sheffield Theaters. And when I saw him, I was like, "So, what's the big show?" And he was like, "Well, we're thinking of casting you for Miss Saigon." And I was really perplexed because I was like, "Are you gonna have a mother there, or I don't know what character I'm gonna play. I'm too old for Kim." And they said it's for the role of engineer. And for a second, I was quiet because I really didn't know how to react. I was stunned, and all these ideas are running through my head, like, how is that going to be, how's that going to happen, how's that possible? Like, they're going to have to change so many things, the keys of the songs, the some of the lyrics for sure. So they said yes, Cameron is happily involved in some bits here because he needs to approve certain things, and yes, there's going to be a key change, all those things are going to happen, so don't worry. I'm like, okay. So I was walking aimlessly around London thinking, okay, I was going through the script of Miss Saigon and trying to remember the lines of engineer. And then I'm thinking, okay, this is going to happen and this is not possible. I don't think that's going to work, or this is going to work. This needs to be tweaked. So all those things in my head. So I started writing things down already as soon as I was offered the role, writing things down, like all the ideas running through my head. So yeah, that's how it happened. And then it started sinking into my it started sinking into my head that, okay, I'm going to be playing this.
Now that you're in rehearsals, how does it feel to be playing the engineer instead of Kim?
It is so much fun. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm in a playground. It's such a fun role to play. Now I understand why so many people love this role. Um, but of course, being a woman, you explore the vulnerability of songs such as American Dream, of all songs. We always think that American Dream is such a fun number, but there's so much in that song that you can explore, like the emotional side of it, because you're talking about her dreams, her innermost dreams, her precious dreams, and that is big deal. That's a big deal for the engineer. So it's just nice to be able to delve into the most profound parts of the songs. And if you want to die in bed as well, that's another one. And Bangkok is so much fun, so I get to sing all those wonderful numbers and give my own take and my stamp. So yeah, I just can't wait for people to see it.
So did you and the co-directors, Robert Hasty and Anthony Lau, come up with the backstory of the female, the engineer? Is her story, you think, the same as that of the male, the engineer?
This story is exactly the same. We're just creating a new narrative with a different perspective in the context of, say, sisterhood and women empowerment. Because it could be, I know it is a love story between Kim and Chris, but it can also be a love story between the engineer and Kim. This is a mother daughter kind of relationship, or a sister, or someone, I don't know, someone you're close to, someone you can relate to, someone that you can see. I can see myself in Kim. That's why I take her on, and I actually look after her. It's so many things that you can explore. So for now, whilst we're discovering all those things, we're also trying to reimagine the show and making sure that it is somehow politically correct with the knowledge that we have now, and also addressing the issues of seeing it from the perspective of women, or perspective of Asians, because we have an Asian director now. We have our lighting designer is Asian. We also have our assistant director is Asian. Like, so many people whose voices are being heard this time, which is wonderful. And it's without being judgmental on the past productions. It's just great that they took on this. It's very brave of them to take on this beloved musical that they're taking precedence, basically, like in changing and in encouraging to move forward, and giving it longevity. So yeah, I applaud them for that.
And Joe, how does it feel rehearsing with Jessica Lee, the one singing Kim's songs?
How is it rehearsing with them? It's wonderful because of course when I hear her sing, I sometimes I feel like, oh my gosh, that's my line. Oh no, it's not. So I still forget. But it's great. I mean, Jessica is so excited to be playing this role, and I can so relate to that because Kim is such a wonderful role to play, and our Kims are so wonderful, and they sing so well. They're feisty. They give it their own touch and their own take, and it's just wonderful to watch them, give it a different twist.
You mentioned the American Dream. I was really going to ask you about that. So, what do you look forward to about performing the engineer's big show-stopping number, The American Dream? And I'm sure Miss Saigon and musical lovers can't wait to see you perform with the Cadillac.
We're not going to have a Cadillac, that's for sure, because a woman's dream is not about the Cadillac.
Ah,
So my engineer does not dream about the Cadillac. It's more of a male engineer who dreams about the Cadillac. So mine is completely different, and we're going to see what we're going to give you.
wow,
I
that
gave
sounds
them my idea, and they took it on, which is wonderful. So I said, well, my engineer's dream is this and that and that. So I'm not having any Cadillacs. I don't dream about cars. Money, definitely. My engineer dreams about money and so many other things. And she has different icons that she looks up to, such as Cher, Marilyn Monroe. So those things are going to be incorporated into the show somehow.
wow, that's something to look forward to.
Yes,
Will the engineer also be wearing the same iconic red jacket and black pants?
absolutely not. No, I'm a woman. So no, I did tell them that, I created a backstory where my engineer is born in the year of the snake. So there's this animalistic side to her, and it's not just about the snake, it's about other animals too. There's like a cougar, there's a zebra, and there, all those things. So those ideas are going to be incorporated into that too. And we also looked at her background. My father was a tattoo artist in Haiphong. What does that mean? She's covered in tattoos, right? Because if her father was a tattoo artist, then she would have been the canvas of her father, right? So we'll expect some tattoos here and there. So yeah.
Wow, this Miss Saigon reimagining sounds even more exciting than I
It's so
had originally
exciting.
thought. Wow. But turning to another musical, what is your experience like playing Grisabella in the South Korean production of Cats?
Oh, I love Cats. I mean, it's a show that I keep going back to because I just love it so much. It's the one of those roles that I had my eye on for a very, very long time because, of course, when I wanted to play Grisabella, I was way too young. I was 17 when I saw the show, and I was like, I really want that to play that role, but I don't think I'll be able to play it this young. So I waited many years before I got Grisabella, and when I finally got it, I just didn't let it go. I just kept doing it, and yeah, it's you know what? It's surprisingly moving to play a cat. I don't know why, but I think it's because of the song that I sing in the show, Memory, and it's a lot of fun. There is a special language within Cats musical that the people who are involved in it can understand, and it actually translates once you're on stage, to the audience who are watching. But that's why it's so magical to be in it, and that's why I keep doing it. And yeah, it, also it's so universal. It's about cats. It's about love. So there's nothing political about it. It's just fun. It's just magical. So you just transport the audience to a completely different world. So yeah, that's why it's always a hit.
I hope you have fun with this one. When he was Prince Charles, you met him for the first time during the press call for Jesus Christ Superstar in
Mhm.
London. What do you still recall about meeting him? And can you talk about how he is now King Charles?
What do I recall? I remember there was a it was a newly renovated theater at that time. That's why he came, and we were in the middle of rehearsals for the show. So we gave him a little preview, and then we met him backstage. And I just remember there was a mouse that ran over his his foot, and that was like became the headline of that performance. But I remember he was asking me about where I'm from. It was very vague. I was just so starstruck because it was my first time to meet a member of the royal family. And then we had drinks with him afterwards in the lobby. Uh, that's all I can remember. He was very very normal and very jolly. That's how I remember Prince Charles.
Have you seen Ang Larawan or The Portrait on Netflix? And how did it feel to see the film being streamed on a popular platform like Netflix?
My gosh, when they told me that it's going to be on Netflix, I was so ecstatic. Finally, it's going to be on Netflix. Yeah, I saw it. I saw it again not long ago, and I'm just ecstatic. I think this movie deserves to be seen by so many people. It's part of our culture. It's a wonderfully done movie by Loy, and they really took care of it. I remember when we were filming it, Celeste and GR Rodis, they really took care of it, and they took care of the works of our national artists, Badong Bernal, Nick Joaquin, Rolando Tino, and Ryan Kebiab. They were really, really taking care of those things, and it deserved, what all the accolades that it got.
And
So
what,
very
what is next for you after Miss Saigon?
after Miss Saigon, I'm gonna go on holiday. I have a series of concerts coming up, but after that, I'm gonna go on holiday. I haven't had a holiday in 2 years, so I told my husband, look, we're gonna be away soon, so don't fret because I've been away from him, so we haven't had time, with each other. So finally, after this one, I said I have to book it before anything else. So we're actually gonna go and just rest.
That's great. But will you be doing any projects soon in the Philippines?
Yes, I have a concert coming up. This is going to be with a few artists from the Philippines as well. It's for the anniversary of CCP, so they've gotten in touch and they wanted me to be part of that. So that's going to be in September.
Oh,
So
that's
watch
something to
out
look
for the
forward
details.
to. Joes, thank you so much, and we can't wait to see all those projects and hope to see you soon.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, thank you. I'm really grateful. Thank
Thank
you
you.
for rooting for me also. Thank you, Ruben.
Thank you.